And to be quite honest, I think the other dilemma with Sundance is that a lot of these films will never be accessible to people.
Yeah, that is the issue.
So it's so strange to me too, the way that people always talk about distribution and things like that, but I'm like,
very few of
people
these are
also
going
not
to
making
get.
the work accessible.
Yes. And honestly, there is a conversation to be had about um more access to these pieces, because I was talking to Jamar about this before we even started. And like, my big thing about Sundance is that every time I get a chance to access it, I always go for the animated shorts first, because I know those are going to disappear. Like, most of those will never be seen again. And I'm like, well, somebody, I was like, well, people need to see it, commit it into their memory, experience it. Like, I think this year's animated shorts had a lot of very visceral emotion more than they had a story. And I know that is so much harder to sell to a studio. It's like, hey, take this piece that's real abstract that just gives you a general sense of existential terror. Now sell that. And it's like, oh, and sometimes there just needs to be a place where these things can go, where they can continue to exist and don't just become lost media.